Sir, I received an encrypted transmission from an untraceable source. It claims that Tosh here was part of a classified operation called Project Shadowblade. They used Jorium and Terrazine to enhance ghost powers.
It's true. We are called Spectres. Next generation ghosts.
And you were gonna tell me all this when?
We all have our secrets, Mr. Rena. Doesn't mean I'm any threat to you.
Maybe not. But whoever sent this message could be. Matt, any way to verify the transmission?
No, sir. But it does end with, "I'll be in touch soon."
It's Minsk, trying to turn us against each other. Don't let him.
I'll let it lie for now. At least till I find out who sent this transmission. But I'll be keeping an eye on you, Tosh.
You can try.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 7th video in my Starcraft 2 Brutal Walkthrough Guide. As usual, we are starting out on the Hyperion to get through our Mercenaries, Armory, and Laboratory stuff. We do have new research to get through for the, since we have Protoss, the first level of the Protoss done. But first we are going to be heading over to the Mercenaries console, going to see what we can get. We are going to be hiring the Spartan company right now. It's going to be very useful for the next few missions that we're on. And then we're going to head over to the Armory, and we are going to actually get those stabilizer med packs for the medic here. Going to check out what else we unlocked while we've been just kind of chilling. We got the Goliath upgrades, and we just got the missile turret upgrades as well, which is going to be very useful in the coming missions as well. Heading over to the laboratory, clicking on the console. Sorry, I keep messing up this word. So the vanadium plating versus the ultra-capacitors, this is completely personal preference. I end up choosing ultra-capacitors because I like the attack speed bonus that you get with the +1, +2, and +3 attack upgrades. But this is completely up to you, just like it was for the Zerg research. So it's completely up to you on what you prefer. It is dependent on what you want. Now heading over to the bridge, we are going to be doing the evacuation on Agria. This mission is very, very easy, and we're going to get all those achievements. So I will see you guys briefly on Agria.
Incoming transmission.
Thank you so much for responding to our distress call, Commander. I'm Dr. Ariel Hansen, and I represent the people of the Agria colony.
Pleasure to meet you, Doc. You can call me Jim. What's the situation?
The Zerg have overwhelmed our planetary defenses. The colony is lost. For the past 12 hours, we've been evacuating people to the nearest starport, but the Zerg attacks have become so intense, we can't get any more through. If you can guard the highway, we can start sending the remaining groups every few minutes.
Don't worry, Doc. We'll get your folks through to that starport safe and sound.
I pray you're right, Commander. The Zerg are more terrible than I ever imagined.
Alright everybody, welcome back. Let's get started with this mission. We are going to be starting out without a base, but it's going to be a very short walk to go grab it. With our 2 Firebats plus our 2 medics, we are just going to go send over this medic because who cares about our Firebats right now who are absolutely toasting the Zerglings. A few Zerglings ain't going to hurt our Firebats really that much. But we have a few resource pallets, that's why we want to go over there, grab them. I'm going to heal this medic because I don't want the medic to die. And then we're going to send our forces to go over here to the beacon to get control over the base. Now, as usual, whenever you get control of the base, you're going to want to immediately start queuing up some SCVs to get your production going. Of course, we're going to be setting our stuff up on our hotkeys to make sure that we can get our to make sure that we are able to bounce between our control groups. Always something that we're going to want to do. There was a resource right up there, the mineral pallet you're going to want to grab. But yeah, the strategy for this mission, just like it has been for the previous missions, is just a whole bunch of Marines, a whole bunch of medics, and we are going to kind of modify the strategy that I usually use for this mission, which is just like salvage those bunkers, and we aren't going to be salvaging those bunkers, which is why we are going to be able to get that achievement. If this is one of those achievements that is giving you a lot of trouble, this guide will help you out. And we're also going to be kind of just making sure that none of the colonists get hurt, which is the other achievement, which is going to be really awesome. And I kind of do a little extracurricular stuff, which is just decide to completely meme the Zerg while we're around. But in the meantime, I meme myself by getting supply blocked, which completely sucks, but it isn't really that big of a deal right now. Anyways, the overarching strategy for this mission is to basically, when you are escorting one of the convoys or one of the trains to the starport, that is when you're going to want to make sure that you have all your forces ready to be able to defend that. But in between waiting for the trains, or the whatever you want to call them, in between that time, you're going to want to make sure that you do something. Like, for an example, you can go grab those research, you can do whatever you want. But you should do something, making sure that your base is looking good or whatever. Now, we are going to be taking these bunkers. As I said, we are going to be keeping these bunkers completely safe and sound. Gonna make sure that we get along here. The first wave should not actually hurt your bunkers, except at the end, if I remember correctly. There should be an attack right here. There, a bunch of burrowed Zerg. We're gonna grab the minerals here on the ground, and then there's a second bunker up there. I think it also is okay. Gonna throw down 2 more. Gonna get ourselves 3 racks and get our engineering bay going. That way we can get that plus our 1-1 upgrades. Gonna backtrack, making sure we can get that Vespine, because I believe that the colony ship will actually be safe. And if not, we can just stem our Marines, get over there really quickly. So that's the first research. It's really easy to get, keeping an eye on that Marine, of course. The first research is at the very end. Always should be able to get that one. Now we are going to be, since we successfully escorted the convoy to the starport, we are going to be taking this right avenue down to go grab the mineral and Vespine like pallets. I'm just gonna keep calling them pallets along the way. So here's a good area. You can also grab this research point, which is why we also do it this way. But there's plenty. You have plenty of Marines and Firebats to be able to actually do this. Really, like the first wave, like the first ship that you escort to the starport is really easy. The second one is also easy, but to me, it's not even that. Like, this mission is extremely simple. There's going to be a baneling right here. I'm going to try to bait it out. I accidentally left click on it instead of, and then walk my guys right on into it. So yeah, that was some hardcore micro error by me. Watching out for my Marine. A guy almost got killed, but he's fine. So gonna grab these last few resources over here, and then we're gonna head right on back to the bunker. Actually, that's where you're gonna want to head up to. Gonna send over some of my SCVs to go to the refinery. Right, get a few more Marines queued up. All right. Gonna get our 3 Marines, 1 of our medics, and then a Firebat in there. That's gonna be kind of the whenever you're dealing with these like light unit Zerg, like anytime you're dealing with the Zerg, that's kind of the strategy you want to employ. 3 medics, not 3 medics, 1 medic, 3 Marines, and 1 Firebat. That way you can stem inside the bunker, and then the medic will heal as usual. It's a very good way to increase the efficiency of your units. Now that Firebat, I'm scared of. I don't want it to die. I need it for when we go to the second bunker up here. Another wave of Zerg coming out from the right flank. And then Zerg trying to destroy my bunker, and I don't want this to happen, so I sent my Marines up ahead. Eliminated them. And then a whole bunch more enemies coming in. Deleted my Firebat, unfortunately. That Hydralisk got really lucky, but what we're going to do is there's a reason why I kept one of them a tech lab, is so I can actually go when I lose a Firebat, unfortunately, I can make another one. But it's a good way to just replenish that, because you only really need the 2 Firebats for the bunkers. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, getting that +1 armor upgrade now. As I said, going to put that SCV to make sure that those bunkers are repaired, but in between that, we are going to get the next resources sitting around here along the left side. We did the right side already. Now we're going to be doing the left side. Clearing out these enemies right here. Got way more Zerg in here. Losing quite a few units, but attack command in this mission, I mean,
Commander, another convoy will be heading out.
very sloppy. Like, you don't want to like micro how I am, but again, I kind of just was like, you know, oh, completely forgot about that bandling. And I think that's, yeah, there was a few more resources up here. Now that after all the resources are done, now this is where the fun part begins. The fun part is, since I already got all the research that I need, I have the bunkers exactly how I want them to be. What the next part is we sort of just kind of kill the Zerg as much as we want. It's going to be... Once you have quite a bit of Marines and medics, you are just going to kind of kamikaze them into the left side and the right side Zerg bases. And they're actually easier than you think to destroy. You have plenty of medics, you have plenty of Marines, and I mean, those hammer securities kill anything that you need to that's armored. I mean, and the Spartan companies are actually really, really good. This mission is probably one of my favorites because of how, like, the strategy you get to, like, it's not necessarily, it's just a bunch of, kind of like what we did with 0 Hour. It's just that, but now you have the freedom to move, like, now it's just kind of like a different method of doing everything. But it's kind of the same exact mission, just done differently a little bit. Alright guys, a few Zerg attacks. On the third wave, you are going to want to make sure that you always keep your forces looking behind it and in front of the convoy. This allows you to keep in check any Zerg attacks that are happening in your flanks. So what I usually like to do is you could like, for example, those mutalisks came in from behind while all my guys were worried about defending the bunker. Like, you're gonna want to make sure that you kind of attack command around the convoy, or have like a right click on the convoy. That way your forces are always around it, and then attack command whenever these are coming to view. Anyways, getting consistently supply block kind of sucks, but we are going to be doing this, as you saw, by the way, that SCV, as soon as I got my convoy to the starport, I sent my SCV to go repair the bunkers immediately, and then I'm sending it right on back to base to go do whatever it wants to do. Like, whatever it needs to do, like minerals, or build me a supply depot, or whatever.
Sir, we just detected Zerg organisms entering the upper atmosphere. I can't give you an exact fix, but
so when Matt says that, that means the Zerg will start dropping drop pods on you. So when they drop a drop pod on you, they will drop a creep tumor where they land, and they will and a small amount of Zerglings will come out of it. Kind of got yeeted by that banling. Can't speak today. And apparently I can't build supply depots because I don't know. I swear I just built one, so it shouldn't be supply blocked. I'm gonna build another supply depot. Got those hammer securities I can get. For right now, gonna pre-stem and head right on in. Gonna fix that supply problem that we have right now. Immediately destroy that Ultralisk, which is really awesome. Gonna target down that Baneling. Gonna let them do their thing. And just gonna completely start destroying this base. And then when the convoy actually starts to move, I'll backtrack. Don't want those Hydralisks to get so bold as to chase me down like that. Trying to find another place to supply depot. There we go. Gonna take down that overlord really quick. Thank God for Spartan companies. Gonna stem those Marines in the bunker. That's gonna make them much more effective. Gonna take down the Mutalisks that came in on the attack. Maybe a few more enemies coming in. Gonna make sure that we get this attack that's coming out right here. There we go. Apparently I got a Reaper for some reason. I don't know where I got the Reaper from.
Mineral field.
Gonna stem the people in the bunker really quick to make sure that we have, when that next attack comes in, we can make sure that we can be efficient in combat. Get those war pigs and those hammer securities really quick. Waiting on getting those Spartan company. Alright, now we're going to go finish off the Zerg base at the top left. So yeah, this, as I said, this mission is extremely easy. Like, I'm kind of just goofing off, trying to essentially killing my guys on purpose instead of keeping them all alive and successfully completing the mission with everybody intact. But I mean, the next one is the Nidus Worms, and that's the last train that you have to get to the starport, is that last wave. So I mean, to me, it's kind of just like, if you have even some people, not even a ton, just like maybe 20, you'll be able to be completely fine to defend those convoys. All right, going to take out the stuff at the bottom right here. Lost one of my Spartan companies because I wasn't keeping an eye on that spine crawler.
Mineral field depleted.
There we go, taking out the last of the Zerg base. That means those two bunkers up there, by the way, at the top left, are kind of pointless if, like, I mean, other than the Nidus Worms, which we will use our mobile force for, like, those bunkers are now useless, which is just kind of, it's kind of funny to me. Their entire purpose is to defend from this side, this base specifically. And I mean, we kind of just deleted it, so. Alright. Now we're going to finish off this Zerg base really quick, and then we're going to go defend that convoy. I just took out one of the hives, I think. Maybe that was a lair, I'm not sure. Destroy that roach. Warren. Alright, guys. Now we're going to go defend. Pre-stem the Marines inside that bunker to make sure that we are prepared. Alright. That convoy actually got hit by a baneling that I never even saw. That's kind of... That sucks. Alright, there should be another Nidus Worm that pops up on the right here. Kind of waiting for it. Stemming again just in case. So here's that attack. They lead with an attack and then they bring out a Nidus Worm. And then they do a drop. Gonna stem those Marines inside this bunker really quick. Got another Nidus Worm. There we go. Gonna finish off this Nidus Worm. And then once we destroy that Nidus Worm, we can kind of... Oh, there's one more Nidus Worm that pops up right as soon as the convoy gets up the ramp. So after that, this mission is pretty much over. You could send all your forces if you want to the right, the Zerg on the right. Now, there's another base. There's two bases that the Zerg have, and if you want to, you can just say, like, you know what, Zerg, I don't like you having bases at all, and go destroy them. I mean, here we go, just killing it. Lost like a quarter of my army right there off that attack command, but once you get that from Raynor, it's kind of over. So gonna get the but yeah, this mission is really fun. It's just kind of like, it feels arcade like. But let's take a peek at the debriefing screen after we finish this, like a little mini cutscene of those corruptors and mutalisks flying. As you see here, I got the sacrifice nothing and then finished the colonist stuff. But handled with care we got, and yeah, this mission, as I said, I hope it helped you out. And if it did, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will see you guys next time for, I believe we're doing the Great Train Robbery. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching.